Well, hello. I'm Asure. I want to talk about the recent discovery of James Sunderland's jacket in Silent Hill 4. Now, well, this video is kind of scuffed because I'm making it on the fly, but I have pretty much all I need to, so please excuse any junk. I I'm not a professional by any means. So, what was discovered recently was that in an supposedly unused level of the second apartment visit, there was this jacket right here outside room 207, and it was found that it's James Sunderland's jacket from Silent Hill 2. And of course, it sparked a lot of speculation. Uh, People are talking about it a lot, and it's just been a day since it was found. But yeah, so as the narrative goes, this is an unused map, a copy of an existing map in this level. As you can see, here's this the one of the wings of the apartment complex, and this is the floor that's right above Frank Sunderland's apartment here in the superintendent's room. Now, this is very important because uh, there's a bit of miscommunication on this part because this isn't exactly a news level. This place is entirely used in the final game. We have to make that clear because what actually happens here is that in game there's a loading zone above these stairs, which is why you never get to see this jacket on the floor here. Now, how we can tell that this is the map that you see from below is that from here you cannot see the jacket. No matter how you move the camera in this part, you can see the jacket because it's part of this bunch of flesh right here. And also, you come here, you can see that Frank Sunderland's apartment is, well, for lack of a better word, it's normal. You can see that there's the sign for the superintendent's room here. There's no problem with it. It looks just as it does when you play through this hallway. So what's the deal? Why don't we ever see this jacket in the final game? Well, that's because this isn't exactly a copy. This map is never meant to be seen from the upside. Even though it has the doors labeled properly, you can see that there's no reason for anyone to get all the way there, since there's a loading zone right here. So let's break this down. The jacket is right outside room 207. Room 207 is Richard Braintree's room, uh, the angry old man that likes to get mad at kids. And we're going to load how the hallway looks like from the upside this time. You can see this is very similar, but the main difference here is that you can see that Frank Sunderland's apartment is not labeled, and that's how you know that this hallway is not the one meant to be walked in. When this level exists like this, you are walking here. You can see that it's more detailed, and what happens here is that it's replaced by a pair of pants. This is what you are meant to see. Now, why is there a pair of pants here? Well, in the lore, I don't like that word, but let's just call it lore. Richard Braintree, the person who lives in this apartment, had a fight with another tenant, a pervert named Mike, and just beat him all up, left him bloody, messy, and tore all of his clothes off, including a shirt and this pair of pants. Now, what I believe happened here is that the pants are the correct item that's supposed to be here. In fact, in the first visit to the apartments, Henry can actually interact with these pants. He notes them, he notices them. He doesn't in the second visit. But the shirt, I believe, the jacket that we saw here was mistakenly put there as a placeholder for the shirt before they realized that to put the pants in there instead. Now, after that fight, the pants were picked up by a cat lady that wanted to something to wrap her dead cat in. So she took the pants away, and the shirt went to a drunk guy from the other wing of the apartment complex. So when they corrected this mistake, or maybe it was just a change in the script, we don't know. They put the pants where they should have been, but didn't change the shirt from the other map, since no one was ever going to see them from below. And that's how it ended up there. Now, why is it James' jacket? Why is there a model for James's jacket if it isn't in the game anywhere else? That's why I want to take you to first. I'm taking you to the other uh, map on the another map in the apartments to show you how the floors work. Now, the previous example was pretty. It wasn't very clear because the doors were labeled in all floors. It looked pretty fine, but in this other wing, you can see that outside the drone guy's door, uh, this is the floor that you're meant to be in. This is the second floor of this wing. But what happens above is that it's unfinished. You are not meant to look all the way up here, so the floor is entirely unfinished. You can see that even around room 302's door, there isn't even the effect of the clean hallway. The doors are unlabeled, there is no floor in some places. The same goes below here. So yeah, even though you might think while playing that you're all playing in the same map when you go through each hallway, it's different maps each time with different levels of detail. And you can see by the lack of any trash or garbage thrown around here, the lack of a ceiling in the third floor, you can see that. Okay, so back to the shirt thing. When the drunk guy grabbed the shirt, he looked into his apartment, and we can find it in his apartment, but surprisingly or unsurprisingly, I guess, it doesn't look at all like James's jacket, which at first looks like it throws a wrench in what I'm talking about here, and I know. So here we are at his apartment. Well, this is the shirt that he took from the fight. It's bloody, but it's clearly a shirt. It's not a jacket. It's white. It has that color, and it doesn't look at all like James's jacket. So that makes you wonder again, where the hell did James's jacket go to? If it was supposedly used as a placeholder for this shirt, and then ended up not looking at all like it. Now, it might surprise you, but you have already seen his jacket in the game multiple times while playing it. And most of them were, if not all of them, were in the water prison. If we can go there. Alright. Here's one of the cells. There are many examples of where his jacket is in the game, but I just have to note it down. Here we have a few clothes hung in the clothesline. Of course, pants look normal. And this supposedly a shirt. You don't really see it from the front, right? But if we look around, it's James's jacket. It's just recolored. Now this is where James's jacket went. It was used to make the prisoner shirts in the water prison. They were just retextured, slightly remodeled, and used as assets all throughout the level. Uh, we can find one that looks more like the apartment hallway one in MC22. Here. Here it is. Doesn't it look just like that one? It's because, well, it is James's jacket. It was just never meant to be seen so up close. So from this distance that you usually see it in the game, you can see the detail so well, and it doesn't show that it's actually a jacket. Now, the whole thing with this, I know it kind of kills a bit of the fun from theorizing about James's jacket in the game, but I just want to show that these kind of things happen in development all the time. I think we have to appreciate the stuff that goes on behind the scenes. Uh, how they can just take an asset from Silent Hill 2, because remember, this game was very under budgeted. And even while playing it, you don't even notice that they did this. You don't even notice that they accidentally left the jacket in a hallway in another level. Now, I think we have to, I think we have to appreciate that a bit. Um, that all the magic we see in the game is more than anything the result of a lot of work that we don't really get to see except for things like this. Another thing that I saw flying around was that alleged concept art of James as a ghost, hinting that he was going to be part of the game. But well, if you can discern it from my tone throughout this video, I don't think James was ever gonna be a big part of this game. As far as I know, that artwork has never been tracked down to its origins, so people are not sure if it's supposed to be just promotion or actually concept art. People don't know. I don't know. I think it's fun to speculate, but also try to. I feel like we don't do enough research, and these kind of things. It's not necessarily a bad thing for the fandom, but I think we could do better with more research, trying to track down origins of images associated with the games, trying to track down why some things are found, get the context. I think it's very important to do that, and I don't think we do that enough. So yeah, I don't mean to be a killjoy. I just want, I don't know, we could look at much more context in these things like the jacket instead of just settling for the first thing we hear. No shade at all to anyone who has shared this before. I wouldn't notice without the discovery. And of course, no one is obligated to do the whole research before sharing a discovery. I just think that the rest of people, everyone else, could do better to just add the missing context in. Yeah, and I know that's a lot from a very scuffed video with a crappy mic. But yeah, I will see you whenever I think of something else to make a video about. And hopefully without my voice, because this was kind of a mess. But thank you and goodbye.